The best point guard prospect since Derrick Rose at the point guard position? We'll see about that. Today, we talking Scoot in the LitHoUsE. This one right here is not for the groupie Charlotte Hornet fans that might be in love with Scoot. Get your groupie ass out of here. This one's for the basketball heads, the basketball junkies, the hoopers. We're talking Scoot Henderson and his actual ceiling, and where is he now at his floor? Look, in 2023, Scoot Henderson burst onto the scene. Well, actually 2022, he burst onto the scene in his head-to-head matchup in Las Vegas against Victor Wembanyama in a Vegas showcase that was touted the Battle of the Generational Prospects. In this game, Scoot Henderson did a wonderful job showing for himself against the aforementioned Victor Wembanyama. Time after time, Scoot Henderson found open lanes and easy points and pressure points in the defense to drive and get his shot up, get easy lanes, reverse lanes, dunks. Anything he wanted, it seemed like Scoot got. Even something that was considered his weakness in the G League prior to the year that was this year, which was shooting. You could see in this clip, Scoot steps back, panty liners, draws all over Victor Wembanyama, which led some to believe that Scoot Henderson had made the jump as far as a prospect when it came to shooting, floor generalship, and just the ability to be a generational star. Fast forward to 3 months in the G League. How did we get there? To the point where Scoot Henderson's team had shut him down for the rest of the year, and with a falling draft stock, decided it would be best if he did not touch the court anymore for the G League Ignite. See, a lot of people fell in love with that initial game and forgot one game doesn't make an entire season. They also forgot that the team that Victor Wembanyama played on was one of the worst teams in France. Yes, Victor was able to help elevate them to making the finals this year. What we saw once that team got in the finals, the cream rose to the top, which was the opposing team that they were playing. And his team, a lot of times, looked like a walking mid-pack. This is the same team that Scoot Henderson exposed out in Vegas last summer. Now, am I saying that Scoot Henderson, when you're dealing with a guy like Scoot Henderson, who was just taken number 3 overall behind Brandon Miller and the Charlotte Hornets to the Portland Trail Blazers, am I saying that the cupboard is bare with a guy like that, with Scoot Henderson? No, I think this kid has tremendous upside. I think he is a leader, you know what I'm saying, even though I don't overrate his leader qualities. I think he does a lot of things on the next level already that makes him a very, very good prospect. But do I think that he is Derrick Rose or, you know what I'm saying, some of the great names that have been thrown out at the guard position year 1 already? Hell no. And I think the numbers would back us up. Look, man, when you look at the numbers from year 1 to year 2, a lot of people that actually watch the G League and actually watched the G League Ignite, me being one of those people, I covered the Greensboro Swarm officially in a media capacity on behalf of the three-point conversion. Shout out to Raphael Haynes. I also was in Greensboro all the time watching G League games on YouTube because I was covering and charting the career of LiAngelo Ball. At the time, I did notice Scoot Henderson. I was one of the first names that threw out the name Scoot Henderson. The problem with Scoot Henderson, though, from year 1 to year 2, if you were watching him, the improvements that he made were minimal at best, which could cause some to think, what is the development process really like in the G League? And why is it with the numbers that we see here that he was being much ballyhooed and what I call overhyped? I want to give a special shout out to my brother AC Grizzle, aka Amongst the Trees. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to that channel right now. That's real basketball talk right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Hooper Talk. You know what I'm saying? Mike Johnson. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Amongst the Trees. He said it best first. Scoot Henderson is an industry plant. And what do I mean by that? Am I saying he's like the basketball version of Russ? Well, in a way, he is. You got to understand, man. Ever since LaMelo Ball, LeVar Ball, Lonzo Ball, and LiAngelo Ball created the JBA, the NBA has been looking for an alternative to college, knowing that some players have become disenfranchised with the NCAA and all the shenanigans that come with it. Players were looking for other options to make it to the league without going the traditional route, while also helping their families and helping themselves get a little money before they go to the league. The immense pressure that LaMelo Ball's rise to fame has put on the NBA is that you can make it to the NBA, be a rookie of the year and an all-star in your second season by going an alternative route. Since then, look at the names that have popped up and have been drafted. Jalen Green from the G League Ignite, Scoot Henderson of the G League Ignite, Asr and Amin Thompson of Overtown Drive. It's so many names you can throw out there that have now charted untraditional paths. The G League Ignite was the NBA's attempt to really quell these alternative routes. And Scoot Henderson just happens to be one of their poster child. The G League and the NBA is invested in the success of Scoot Henderson. That's right, they're invested in the success of Scoot Henderson. If you keep getting these guys in the G League Ignite, and they're playing 1 and 2 years in the G League Ignite, and they're not developing to a level where they can be a top level draft pick, 1, 2, 3, really 1 or 2, then a lot of players are going to start saying, I'm going to go somewhere else where I can develop to the point where I can be a number 1 draft pick or I can be a number 2 draft pick. This is very important. This is substantial. If Scoot Henderson was to fail, it's going to really put a black eye on what the NBA is trying to do with the G League Ignite. Scoot Henderson's success is as much tied to the NBA G League as the G League is tied to Scoot Henderson. They have an invested interest to see him succeed. That's why throughout the entire draft process, you kept hearing the name Scoot, Scoot, Scoot. You would see him being promoted on ESPN and promoted on Bleacher Report and commercials and movie appearances and everything because they needed this young man to succeed. The problem becomes, though, does the actual hype match the talent? Does the actual hype match the game right now? I mean, let's not be confused. They were already comparing this guy right now to a legendary Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook at his peak. I heard one NBA podcaster say that Scoot Henderson is the best version of Russell Westbrook already. Like, what? Like, these are insane things to throw out. And let me remind you, the best version of Russell Westbrook was an MVP in Oklahoma City. This is a lot of expectations and praise to heap on a guy that has never played one game in the NBA. Does this mean that Scoot is going to be a bust? Does this mean that Scoot doesn't have an opportunity to be everything that they say he's going to be? Absolutely not. But does it mean that we have to let the process work itself out? Let him actually earn some playing time? Let him actually earn, being a number 1 scoring threat and the leader of men and the leader of a team? Let him actually earn an all-star spot before we start crowning him? He has a lot to work on. If you look at the numbers one more time, you're looking at a guy who is uber athletic that's shooting 43% from the floor. That's scary. 27% from 3, coming in with 3.1 turnovers a game. One of the scouts that scouted Scoot Henderson for the Charlotte Hornets reported that they had already gone down to see Scoot play in the G League twice the prior year, this last year that just passed. Mitch Kupchak and this scout both said in both games that they watched Scoot Henderson play, he did not play hard and he didn't seem really invested. He was careless with the basketball. These are some of the truths that during the pre-draft process, we didn't hear any negative knocks when it came to Scoot Henderson. Whenever Brandon Miller's name came up, we heard about all of the things that he can't do. Whenever Scoot Henderson's name came up, we heard all of the things that he can do, and if it was something he can't do, we just took it at face value that he could do it. That's not good enough in the NBA. If you don't have your top game, if you're not making your weaknesses your strengths and your strengths greater strengths, then you're not going to stay in this league long enough. And you're not going to be the guy that people say that you can be. And Scoot, I'm here to tell you, brother, as much as they build you up, they'll tear you down. But y'all tell me, man, let me know down here in the comment section below, because I don't want to go on too long. What do y'all think about Scoot Henderson? Do y'all think he's being overrated, underrated? Or do y'all think he's already ready to supplant all NBA All-Star like Damian Lillard? Let me know down there in the comment section below. Make sure you guys share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, y'all know y'all in the house of the lit. Yeah.